Why is that burger looking good? And this is what I get.
That if your skin does not crawl when you're watching this twist, something's wrong with you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Mission Movie Reviews, Real Talk. I'm Barry Gaines.
It's your homie Jay Green.
And today we are going to give you our opinion on 3 classic gems. Gems that people probably forgot about and how good they were and how good they still are and still hold up. And a lot of times they're films that started a trend that we still see today because they did what they did so well. So, and we'd like to know what yours is. Before we start, please mention it below. And let us know, what is your top 3 gems that you feel people forgot? And it was like, you know what? People need to revisit these and check them out. So we feel this is what our 3 is about. So, Jay, you jump it off. What's your first one?
Oh, man. Another hard one, y'all. Another hard one. So to boil it down, there's so many movies, right? The first one I'm going to give y'all is The Nice Guys. Okay, this movie starred Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling.
Okay. Wow, I forgot about that one.
There was a couple other people in there. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was a Shane Black movie. Hilarious, fun. I think it was like in the 70s or something like that, 70s, like early 80s. And it's like a murder mystery type of thing. But it had everything going for it. It had like a little bit of suspense, a little bit of fun, great characters, wonderful writing, amazing, memorable dialogue. You know what I'm saying? It had a nice texture to it that made you feel like you're watching an old school movie. And from all accounts, everybody that I've talked to, and if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, everybody loves it. But for whatever reason, people just did not show up, and it was a forgotten film. But it's amazing.
Wow.
The Nice Guys.
The Nice Guys. Okay, you know, I never seen that. Like, I know the movie, so
I feel like if you watch it, you'll like it. It's a great movie.
Really? Okay, so now I got to watch it now. For real. All right, so mine is going to be The Game. Something about this film just draws me every time. It's a great movie. It was one of David Fincher's first films, not the first film, but one of his early films. It's done so well. It starred Michael Douglas and Sean Penn. And it was about Michael Douglas being a billionaire who's an asshole. And Sean Penn is his little brother who's just like, off the rails. And his little brother gives him a game. Or he buys this game that puts Michael Douglas's character, Nicholas Van Orton, that's his name, Nicholas Van Orton, puts him on this, buys this game where everything around him just goes to shit, and it's like a very elaborate game with a very large company who has the ins and outs of like the city and everywhere he is, and everyone is in on it. And it's really more of a teachable moment for Michael Douglas's character, because his father kills himself, and there's a lot of layers in that in the storyline. But the movie's really, really well done. It's one of those films that you're surprised that no one tried to do another type of thing, because it's all about if someone gave you a gift, a game, and it's a life game. Like you go outside, your car blows up, you wind up in the river. Next thing you know, people are shooting at you, and it's all a game, but you can't tell. And it's done so well, and it's so cool. So yeah, The Game, that's a forgotten one, but I love it.
Good one.
Yeah.
My next is gonna be Don't Breathe. This movie came out 2016.
Don't Breathe. Okay.
Don't Breathe came out 2016. Again, most people that I've talked to, most people that I've told to watch this movie, they all love it. So it's not like it wasn't appreciated, but it came out, quote unquote, a long time ago. So people forget how dope that movie was. And to my recollection, there was nothing like it before. The basic premise is you got this kid, his dad works for a security company, so he's able to get keys and access to people's homes, right? He's also super smart, so he kind of looks up what the punishment would be like if you steal a certain amount. You know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, we don't want this type of jail time, so we're going to keep our theft under this amount, or we're only going to do this. We're not going to bring weapons. So he's very specific, very methodical about what they're going to do. And they find out that this blind dude is sitting on a load of cash. You know what I'm saying? Scrooge McDuck paper, if you will. Right?
Right.
And him and his little homies go up in there. But little do they know, this blind guy has a set of skills. You dig? And now they're trapped in this house trying to get away from this dude. And this movie is directed by Fede Alvarez. The cinematography is beautiful. There's a little homage to Cujo towards the end of the film when one of these girls is trying to like get away from this crazy dog and shit. And there is a twist in this movie that if your skin does not crawl when you're watching this twist, something's wrong with you. I'm sorry.
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying?
man. All right,
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe.
So good.
Okay.
So good.
That's another one I didn't see, and I have to see it. Damn.
Oh my-
Okay.
dude,
I got some homework to do.
Don't breathe. I'm telling
I got
you.
some homework. All right. Hell yeah. My next one would be another one I think that people forgot about that did pretty well when it was out, but people forgot. And you can play it today, and it still holds up with the subject matter and everything that's going on. And it was called Falling Down, another Michael Douglas film, directed by Joe Schumacher, who did Batman Forever, and I think Batman Forever and a couple other good films. But Joe Schumacher was a good director. But he did this one, and it's about it's about a regular guy just working in the corporate world who's just fed up with how everything works. Meaning like how, he's treated at work, how when he goes to like, say, a burger joint and they show these beautiful pictures of burgers and then they give him this burger that looks like, someone stepped on it. And he's like, listen, why is that burger looking good? And this is what I get. And that whole concept was just funny at the same time. Like you could understand that you're getting stuff that doesn't look like what they're advertising. Like moments like that, subjects like that is what really runs this whole story long. And he's just fed up with it. Then he becomes like a little gangster. It's like takes place with like, I think within a day or two or something like that. And he's in LA and it's hot. So you had everything just culminating together into one big basket of mess for this one guy who's just fed up with the world. So yeah, check it out. It's called Falling Down. Yeah, it's really, really good. I love that. I love that movie.
It also stars the late great Robert Duvall.
Right? Yes. Shout out to Robert Duvall.
I don't remember who plays his wife and daughter, but I feel like I've seen them many times before.
I think Barbara Hershey.
Yeah.
No.
But it's Yeah, but I feel like it's a very relatable movie. Not relatable to me, like I'm going crazy or whatever, but I mean relatable in the sense that there are people that get to a certain point. A lot of things are going wrong in their life. They're fed up and they wish they might be able to do something like what Michael Douglas does. You know what I mean? But then sanity kind of comes into play and they're like, I shouldn't probably do that. But one of the things that I love about this movie is it's phenomenally directed, great acting, all that sort of stuff. It's relatable to a lot of people, I'm sure. We've all been in certain positions. But what I love is in the end, when Robert Duvall is like trying to talk him down and be like, hey man, come on, look at everything that you've done. And Michael Douglas looks, and Michael Douglas is a phenomenal actor, and he sells every second when he says, I'm the bad guy. Like the way he says it, like when people go to the lengths of what he's doing, even if it's like a fraction of that, in the real world, people don't realize they might be the problem in the moment. They might be valid in their issues. They might be valid in their concern, their anger, their frustration, for sure. But to what lengths are you going to? And now you're the problem. You know what I'm saying? And that was, I thought he did that so well. So that was a good movie. That was definitely a good one.
Yeah, he did. He sold that bad boy.
Yeah. All right. So my third one. My third one is a movie that I don't hear a lot of people giving love and respect to these days, and it angers me so much. But my third one is going to be 2014's Nightcrawler. With Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. That's a good one. Let
me tell you this real quick. Number one, this movie right here, Jake Gyllenhaal dropped a bunch of weight, right?
Wow.
His character is someone who's a loner and is learned and is understanding a lot of things based on like the internet. So he doesn't really have a whole lot of like interaction with other people, right?
Right.
He's a nightcrawler, you know what I'm saying? He's out at night, he's stealing stuff, and then he finds out that there's a lot of money to be made in the ability to capture accidents, tragedy on the freeway or, a shooting or something like that. And eventually he starts to manipulate situations in order to get better footage to sell to the news companies, because if it bleeds, it leads, and they're going to give you more money. So he has some interactions with Bill Paxton's character and team that goes nuts and crazy. Riz Ahmed, if I'm not mistaken, is the dude that he starts working with, and that shit goes left. He's in a relationship with the wonderful Renee Russo, right? And that shit goes left. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're watching this guy level up at every opportunity. But in the words of Tupac Shakur, he made a G today, but he made it in a sleazy way. You know what I'm saying? So,
nice.
So, you like that, right? It's off the top of me, right?
Skills.
But I will tell you this also. So while this was a phenomenal film, a great slow build, but you're always on the edge of your seat and always on edge because of you really don't know what this guy's gonna do. You don't know when he's gonna twist, when he's gonna flip, right? And I remember a little quick story. I took this girl to go see this movie, right? I was feeling her a little bit. She's cool people, right? And I remember she looked over to me at a certain point in time when the movie's getting very gripping, right? You're very like, I'm in it right now. I'm feeling it.
Right.
And she's like, this is boring. I finished the movie, dropped her ass off at home, and that was it. This is a phenomenal film. I'm sorry. But
I don't blame you, bro.
This movie is great, okay? From top to bottom, it's wonderful. And it is not talked about enough. It's a forgotten film. Check this movie out.
Yes, no, you know what? You're right about that. That's a good pick, man, because I recently told my wife, we have to watch Nightcrawler. Literally, because it came across my feed somewhere, and I was like, that's such a good movie. It doesn't get the respect that should. Like you said, Jake dropped a whole lot of weight. And isn't it like a true life story of one reporter that went AWOL like that a little bit? I'm not sure.
I didn't hear about if it was a true story or not, but I can imagine.
Like it was based on a true story?
It might be loosely, of course, right? But if you imagine the things that people do today in order to get clout or money. Think about that for a second. If you had gone like 20, 30 years ago and asked the average person, would you ever be sexy on the internet just to make a couple extra dollars? Would you ever show everybody every little detail of your day, every little thing that you do? Like people would be like, nah, that's weird. I wouldn't do that. But look at where we are now. This is the norm. So in this guy's world, or in the world of people that are getting footage like that you see on the news or on internet or whatever, like they're in that world. They're in the belly of the beast. They live in that world. And once you get to one thing, you're like, oh, why wouldn't I do that next thing? And why wouldn't I go there? I'm just pushing a little bit. And I mean, he's only human, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't doubt that there's people out there that have done similar situations.
And what I like about the film is that you can tell that the industry itself kind of pushes him that way. Like he was already a little off. Like his character already was introduced as being a little bit off, and they just pushed him over the edge because I forget who played like his boss or the woman that was asking him to say, hey, listen, we need to do, you need more, or you need this and that and the other, Yeah. So and it pushed him over the edge, and he's like, oh, okay. He started dragging bodies.
And even the way that she would talk to him too, and be like, okay, we'll do this, we'll do that. Oh, do you have a better angle? So it's like he's trying to impress her, and she's cool with it. She understands that there's probably not the best way he's getting this footage.
I think she knows.
So we're gonna do what we gotta do, and that's like a lot of people. Make excuses. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I think it's like a little based on like real life stuff. So we're just saying. We ain't saying. We're just saying. All right. So my third one. It's going to be one that I can watch any day, anytime. And in fact, it blew my mind when I first saw it because I don't know what I was expecting when I did see this one. But when I did see it, because I like the actor and he directed this as well, I was like, wow, this is a really great idea for a first-time director. And it's going to be Bill Paxton's Frailty, starring Matthew McConaughey and Powers Booth. Shout out to Powers Booth because he passed away. And that was a really, really creepy and deep film. I mean, I was like, wow, Bill's going like this for his first time directing. I believe this is his first time. It's the first time he directed a film, I believe. And and so it was about Matthew McConaughey playing one of his sons as an older man, but he's telling a story about his father who was off his rocker, feeling that God was talking to him and was telling him who was the devil, who was evil, and it needed to be taken out. and he had his two sons, and he convinced them that this is their journey, like this is what they're supposed to do. And he was teaching his kids how to kill people, kidnap them and kill them and put them away, slice them up and everything, bury them. And he became like a serial killer with his kids.
Damn.
And it was just a creepy film, and how one of the kids, they both knew it was something, this is not right. But what they, it was just them. The mother wasn't around. The mother passed away, I believe. So it's just them on a farm. And the way Bill Paxton made his character, normally when he was speaking to his kids or he's speaking to people, he looked just like, Bill Paxton. He was like a nice guy. And that's how they get you, because the stories about serial killers, right? So he made it the same way for his character, where he's very nice, he's approachable. But when he's speaking to those kids at night and say, hey, listen, God told me this person is the devil and we need to take care of them. So you need to get the axe, you need to get the pitchfork. I'm going to do this, and then we're going to kill him. And it's like, wow. So the movie was amazingly creepy. It was really well done. Matthew McConaughey, of course, was doing Matthew McConaughey things. Everybody did a great job. So if you haven't seen Frailty, check that out. That is one of the best creepy films I've seen in my life. He did a great job. I wonder why he didn't continue to direct, because this movie really showed you his skill on that side, of production. So yeah. Frailty, check that out.
I've heard of Frailty, but I've never seen it.
Have you seen it? Yeah, check it.
I've been meaning to watch it. Oddly enough, I actually have it on DVD, but I just haven't dipped into it yet.
Okay, yeah, check it. It's really good.
Now that I've kind of heard a little bit more about it like that, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that one out for sure.
Yeah, creepy movie. So what's your last one, man?
Well, I think I did 3, right? I did.
Did you do 3? Oh yeah, you did 3.
Don't
yeah,
Breathe,
you did.
and then Nightcrawler. Yeah. What I will say is to everyone out there, comment below, what would your top 3 forgotten or hidden gem movies be? Movies that when you see it, you're like, oh snap, that really kind of calls to me, right? Yeah. If you're gonna watch our movies, or you're gonna rewatch your movie because you're like, oh shit, I forgot how great that movie was, I challenge you this: do not have your phone out. Turn the lights out, get you a meal, drink, whatever it is, put all your devices down, and just watch the fucking movie.
Yes.
Be in the moment. Live in the moment of the film. Let it be in you. You feel me? Just enjoy the film.
Yes.
Don't let nothing distract you, because that's why they're gems, because they're meant to be experienced. And if you're on your phone, you're going to miss something. I promise you that.
Right.
So
that's right. I love that. That's very true. Movies is an art form. And many people out there go through many hours and time, a lot of time of just going through, of just trying to create something beautiful from their mind to entertain you. And please give them respect and put everything down, just like Justin was saying, please, and give them respect and say, let me see what they did. Let me see how these 2,000 people got together and made this classic, So definitely do that. That's a good one, Justin. Hell yeah. All right, buddy. So, like Justin was saying, hey, what's your 3? That's what we want to know. What is your 3? And let us know. See what's up. All right. So, if you got this far in the video, thank you, as always. And we hope to see you in our next video. All right. Okay. Peace.
Deuce.